Make sure you stick around until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLKsupplies, and I am here with Erich with Jim's Locksmithing service. And you're giving us a van tour.
Yes, I've been expecting this one.
Yes. Right, so talk to us about the make, model, year of what we're working with here.
We got a 2016 Ford I guess it's a T250 now they call them.
Okay.
So 3/4 ton van. It's a really good vehicle for driving down the road. I don't know. I mean, it's no worse than the old. I forget what they're called, E250s. But the mileage on this thing is so much better.
Is it?
So much better. I mean, it's not a lot, but it makes a big dollar difference for us. I think we can get up to 16 miles a gallon on this thing, which the other one I was at best was hitting 12.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's not a huge jump, but I told you I drove to Kennewick yesterday. It chews up the gas, so any extra will help on these things.
Absolutely. Well, great. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Erich, here we are in the front of the van, aka the cockpit. If you can kind of walk us through, what customizations have you made? What do you like? What maybe do you think you might change in the future?
I've done just a couple things. I have my phone charger here. It's a wireless one for the new phones. It's really handy. I can just put my phone there, hold it. We did put in a new radio because the old one was just awful. And Bluetooth and everything else, it's really nice because we drive a long way and we gotta have a good radio. If you don't, you're just gonna go crazy. I kind of set it up here so I could always have a lunch bag easily accessible, because when I'm driving I don't want to have to pull over and grab some food if I can avoid it. Nothing too much else. I just made everything fit the way I needed to. It's like I can easily grab my Ilco book here and I can look up any automotive stuff. I have my invoice book in the door so I can just easily pay for stuff. Credit cards machine right there. Everything's pretty just user friendly, so you can just have it at your fingertips and not have to jump, pull over, grab it out of the back, come back up again, trying to save myself some time.
Okay, yeah, so you have a few little minor customizations, but for the most part you kept it stock and just kind of worked within what you had to work with.
Yep.
Now, do you have any subwoofers hiding in here? Like, I don't know if you've seen the Kid Lock one, but you know, he had his subwoofer.
Not yet. If I had to do any modification to the radio or if it went out, I'd consider it.
Okay. Nice.
So
let's go ahead and head on in back.
Okay.
All right, so here we are in the back of the van, Erich, and as I can see, you have your main lockout tools right here and your pump wedge. Kind of what went through the process of wanting to decide to put them in the back of your van right here?
I kind of always had it that way. In my old vans, they were always in the back. It always worked for me, so I just kept with what worked. My biggest thing is just any tools that I would use on a day-to-day basis, which has shifted over the years, but
sure.
I try to keep everything that I need to have right here. The pump, everything else, but I also try to optimize space because that's the biggest thing in this whole thing. So I made sure that I could put a couple of PVC pipes in there, and my tool is packed away.
Yeah, there it is, the Big Easy.
Yeah.
Right, okay, and so this is very interesting. So you have a piece of PVC pipe in a hole there, and you're putting your long rod through there. That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's a 2-inch pipe that goes all the way the length of the whole thing.
Okay.
I got a second one here that I use for this little guy.
Okay, yeah.
Or any other tool I end up needing to have, but it saves so much space than shoving it up over there, because I have this gap no matter what.
Yep.
So I figured put a pipe in there, and I did this on my last van, and it was the only thing I regretted on it was that I didn't have 2 pipes. So that's what I did here.
Okay, yeah, so that's great. So everyone listening to this right now, watching this is great. Being able to put so what he did is he used that space, that gap above where the drawers are, and you put a 2-inch piece of PVC pipe to put your long rod in.
Yeah.
That is really awesome. Now, I really like something you got going on here, which is you're not crawling in and out of your van when you need to do walkouts.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, and well, this job, you always have to be quick. So when it's at your fingertips, it's easy. I mean, the only thing I've modified here is just so that I could actually have my tools not fall out, and I have my whatever I need is right here now, and it has saved me a lot of extra hassle. It's just one little spot, and that's it.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are in the inside of the van. Eric, I have to tell you, I mean, this looks absolutely amazing. All of these metal cases with drawers, you have your machines up here.
Oh, yeah.
You even have, what's this up here?
The liner?
Yeah.
We ordered it from a liner shop. They built, they just comes in a big old roll and you have to glue it to the ceiling. And because I like a finished look for Cockpit, plus keeps the noise down.
Yeah, is there like foam in here?
Yeah, styrofoam.
Okay.
We insulated the entire van.
That's absolutely amazing. And I'm loving these lights. Talk to us about these for a second. These little LEDs.
Oh, I love those things. I found them, I think, at Lowe's and on Amazon. They were kind of spendy, I think 26, 27 bucks the last time I looked at them. But they are bright. And I put them even underneath here and in here. So when it gets dark out, I can see everything I need, no matter what.
That's awesome.
And the biggest thing was I remember when I was having to work on jobs, I would come to that side and I would set something down and I needed light directly above me. So that's why I put that guy there, because there'd be times I set it down and I can't see what I'm working on.
Yep.
And I got to step in the van if I can just set it down. I loaded this thing up with lights, and I can cut them off to about half the amount, so I don't have to blind myself at night. This gets pretty hard on the eyes.
Okay, absolutely. Well, hey, I'm gonna get out of the way and I'll let you give us a van tour of it all.
All right. Well, I got an HPC 1200 Blitz. Basic, nothing special, works great. These things use them until they break and then repair them and keep going with them. A Ritan 200, really great machine. Really no complaints on that. It's one of those kind of machines, you buy them once and you just keep going with them. Futura, probably this is the second oldest Sidewinder machine we've had, and I do like the machine. I don't do as much as I'd like to on it, but it's a pretty solid machine. I haven't had too many issues with it. I think there's only one miscut I've done on here, and that was just because of user error. I didn't calibrate it right, but after that the thing's made every key perfectly, so it's a great machine. I keep my HPC cards up in here along with the extra blades. I tend to keep everything in drawers because if they're out, they're gonna fall on the ground and I will never find them. And then I keep mortar cylinders, rim cylinders. I got Adams right. I got pretty much everything that you would use on the storefront type of thing. Even filler plates. Got some City locks and some more City locks. I keep them in here so they don't get grungy. That's the biggest thing about a lot of my work is customers will say, they'll look at the box and go, you have something better? So I kind of took that to heart, and I try to put it in a place where it won't get dingy, grungy, dirty, so people will actually look at it and know that I'm trying to do a little better. We've got some pretty basic stuff. We got mailbox locks, bunch of latches for whatever needs that you come across. I have some friction tape that I use on the tip of my tools for my car opening, and this is my pretty much catch-all. If it's got something I think I might want someday, I throw it in here. Then I also have most of the stuff for the Futura. It's the blades and any keys that I would use, any replacement blades, software. It is. Then we've got my laptop. I never try to buy a fancy laptop for the vans. We tend to spend maybe $600 or $700, and I usually get 10 or 12 years out of them. I don't try to salvage or try to buy a $4,000 laptop, or else I'm just going to waste my money. One little thing I love that I did here, see if I can do this without, yep, it's tight. I have a little cubby there. I have my car opening tool bag for all the tools I don't use. Got my reference guide in case I need to open up a car that I don't remember, and some hinge tweaking tools. I try to use every ounce of space. And my old van, I didn't have that, and I always thought, you know, if I had a hinge there, I think it would work out really great. I don't have keys on my board at all. And the biggest reason is, over the years, I found that they just get so dingy and grungy that I even get customers complaining about it. So I started going to boxes. I've got everything from AMC all the way into all the RV keys and everything else. They are in alphabetical order. Each box has numbers on it. You just, like this one's for Hyundai. It's nice, simple, it's easy to read. My handwriting is awful, so they're typed up. So I just try to make things as simple as I can for myself. And jumper cables, power cords, just whatever you need that don't use all the time. Okay, then I get my pinning kit, where I got a 3000th pinning kit and my regular Schlage quick set. Nothing fancy. Again, I don't keep a lot of stuff out. I used to, and it always seemed to hit the floor sometime, or I hit the brakes and they go flying on the floor. The fun thing is I actually hook it all up with Velcro. Industrial Velcro, but still Velcro. And one of these days I'm sure it'll fly off, but it's great for that because Velcro's been my best friend. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I love this stuff. Pretty much everything else, trash can, few extra tools, battery, oh, and a microwave. It's one of those, one year we had negative 20-degree weather. I was tired of having cold food. So I went and bought a microwave, and this van I finally set one up so I can actually power it up. Very low wattage, but that's all it takes. I got my own table that I love. This thing is the lightest table that I've been able to find, and it is worth its weight because it is perfect for everything. I can take this thing up 2 or 3, 4, 5 flights of stairs, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna rip my arm off because it weighs only like 10 pounds or less. And then pretty much everything over here is, well, here's my tablet that goes to the Futura. I just try to keep it powered up so whenever the inverter's on, it's charging. That way I don't have to think about it. I have my spare keys that are just anything that I don't usually carry. I keep them in bags again and keep them in the drawer because I try to keep all the keys looking nice. My typical quick set, Schlage, Weiser, anything else that I need to box up. And pretty much it's just tools. Even my stamps. I used to keep all these guys out, but well, since I bought the business, I haven't been doing a lot of stamping, so I keep things in drawers now a little bit more. I have a Dremel in here, and a couple more pinning kits, some hacksaws, hammers, crowbars. It's a job you never know what you gotta pry open. And, oh, yeah, my first aid kit. You cut yourself enough times, you finally get smart and buy one. And then, pretty much it's just Keydex roll pins, more automotive pinning kits, whatever you need. If you do any safe work, dead blow hammer really comes in handy for a lot of the fixes on that. And that's pretty much, oh, I do have my 10 cut keys that I have, 5-pin keys. Tend to keep all my keys into things that aren't in drawers because I've learned that they sag the drawer down, and these things are too expensive to start having to buy new ones. So I've learned to just keep them on the floor, keeps them nice enough, and then, you know, my tools are pretty much what you need. I have your grinders, your drills, vacuum cleaner. Not my favorite on all of them, but it does the job. There's pretty much, I end up buying a new tool probably every couple of months because one thing or another you got to buy something and to do a job. And I think that's it. One last tip, I always love saving space, so I have my 4-foot ladder right here. Easy to go in, go out, and I don't trip over it all day long.
All right, Eric, I have to tell you what, I am super impressed with what you got going on in this van.
Yeah.
Now, I do have to ask though, I get into a lot of trouble for not asking this. Let's talk about the power inverter for a minute here. So what are you using? What's the philosophy behind it?
I'm using I believe it's 4,000, however they measure that thing. I think it's a 2,000, 4,000 on this one, so it can handle quite a bit. That's why I was able to put a microwave in there. Okay. And also everything in here is LED. Every single light, including the lights when you open the door, they actually, when they light up, they're hooked into the power for the doors. So everything's LED, so there's no wasted power. So when I have to run this thing, when the inverter's running well, I can run probably 8 hours on it without really having to start the van back up.
Really?
That's what I used to be able to. Right now I'm having a few issues with it, but yeah, on a good, fully powered, yeah, this thing can take it.
That's absolutely amazing. Now, we can't end a van tour without asking, what is the van's name?
Well, I actually don't even have one for it.
You don't have a name?
I don't have a name.
Oh!
I don't name my rigs. I guess I'm never good at it. So
okay.
I have family that'll name their cars, but I never have.
Well, you know what? You've come to the right place.
Okay.
So, everyone watching, in the comments below, what kind of name do you have for Erich's van here? Because we can't leave it nameless.
Okay, give it a shot.
Yeah, so we'd love to know in the comments below. Erich, thank you for taking time. Super impressed with the layout. I can tell you've put a lot of effort and work and thought into it.
Yeah, it probably took me at least 2 months from getting the van to actually having it ready to work out of. I didn't even attempt to work out of it until I knew it was fully functional, because otherwise I'm just usually kicking myself because I forget stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing the comments below. We'll see you next time. I'm guessing if you just watched this video that you work with locks and keys. And to us here at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we want to hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, we post videos on YouTube, like the one you just watched. And all you need to do is comment on the videos and include the hashtag lockboss. When you do this, you're automatically entered in to win one of 5 free prizes that we give out each and every week. No purchase necessary. So if you're a lock boss, join us each week to learn, grow, and win.